Hello, everybody. Thank you for showing up. It is October 26th, and this is the Getting Started Right call. This is going to be short, sweet, to the point. We're not going to draw this out because it's a really simple process. So there will be a question and answer thing afterwards. So if you guys have any questions, I'll unmute everybody, and you can ask away, and I'll share my infinite wisdom on coaching. Okay, so if you don't have something to write this stuff down with, I would suggest getting something just to jot down some quick notes. Okay. So first things first, when you start off a new coach, you want to send them the hello welcome email. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but we do have this in the Team 360 page. And basically what that is, it's a questionnaire and it's a welcome email. And it also, I'm not really sure if they have it included, but I can post it afterwards. It has what's called a 7-day quick start that is inclusive with all of that. And that should be the first thing you send off. And what it does, it helps the new coach to make their profile, set up their EFT, and set preferred placement, which is super, super important, which I'll touch on in a bit. Okay. So after you have that initial, you send out the email, they'll send you back the questionnaire. You want to set up a phone call. And why I say phone call is you really want to have that personal connection with your coaches whenever you start to talk to them. You want to hear the inflections and all the different stuff, because a lot of stuff can be taken out of context whenever you're doing things over text or over Facebook. So, and what you want to do is you want to discuss your why, their why goals with them. And if you're not a diamond yet, then I would strongly suggest having your diamond or your upline diamond on the call with you. That way they can answer any questions that you might have a little bit of trouble with. So, okay. You guys should see my notes. This is terrible. Look at this. This is what I'm actually reading off of. Isn't that awful? Okay. So these are the key points that I want to go over really quickly. After you set up and you send the email, you have the phone call, you want to verify that they've set up their EFT and their preferred placement. Obviously, they want to get paid if they're doing the business, so kind of important. Are they going to be getting a check? Are they going to be getting this stuff routed straight to the bank? So the preferred placement, a lot of times what happens is after they sign coaches on, they'll forget to switch that preferred placement, and they'll end up having two people on the same leg. Obviously, to be an emerald, as you can see above, you need a coach on each leg. So it's important that they know that, and whenever they get that first coach, make sure they switch it over to the other side. Okay. One good thing to note is, I don't know if, it's kind of hard because most people are on the phone, but if you haven't used it yet, the Coach mobile app is really good for this, because whenever you send out that email, it automatically helps them set up their profile. You've already got their basic information put in there, so it does a lot of the work for you. So if you haven't used that Coach mobile app, I would strongly suggest that. Again, all of that info should be available on Team 360, but I can post it again after the call. So, all right. So you want to talk about, what their goals are and why they wanted to be a coach. Obviously, this will help you to more effectively guide them as they go through their own coaching stuff. You want to know, what was it that drove them to become a coach? Was it money? Was it freedom of time for their family? Was it an emotional reason? And so this is really important to identify. And I'm pretty sure everybody's upline will tell them the same thing. You can't really direct somebody one way if they're thinking money, 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 and really what they want is just a little more time with their family. So that's, pretty important. All right, let me read through my scroll here. So the first goal, obviously with any coach, is you want them to get emerald as quickly as possible. Why is that? Well, obviously you get your free customer leads. You unlock your team cycle bonus. And it's really important also to explain to your coaches, what is an emerald? Obviously, I showed you. It's right behind me. That is an emerald. So it's a coach with a coach on each end. Very, very simple. So make sure they understand that. They understand the placement and all that business. So if they're having problems, getting Emerald. Just have them, talk to them casually, say, hey, listen, I want you to think of 3 to 5 people that you think would make a good coach, or somebody that would enjoy drinking Shakeology at a discount. This is a good opportunity for you to use your own products, to use your Shakeology that you have. I should have grabbed some, but I have the packets, which are awesome. A lot of times people don't want to jump into something that they don't have some sort of connection with or some sort of experience with. I personally have like 3-ish discount coaches that want to build the business, but they want to have their own story to tell first. And, you need to use the products. You need to be, oh, thank you. My lovely assistant, my wife over here grabbed me the Shakeology boxes. So they come in these really nice little nifty packets like this. Has all of the information on the back. So if anybody has any questions as to, hey, what's in that, it's already done for you. You don't have to tell them to go root and run on a website. So that's really nice. Ooh, okay. Before that, my wife's over here distracting me. So, and again, this is a great opportunity to use that 7-day quick start. At the very bottom of that quick start guide, there's a little space where they fill out, I think it's their top 15, potential customers or potential coaches, and they can take straight off of that list and just work right down. They also have a memory jogger that's really good. It helps you to just write down and think of whoever you can and basically build your contact list. So a lot of new coaches will have some trouble with that. Oh, I feel like I don't have enough people. I'm running out of friends, or I don't want to bug this certain particular blah, blah, blah. Tell them to use the form. Okay. So I believe I already covered that. Jumping all over. Okay. So if somebody messes up the placement, you're a brand new coach, signs a coach. Hooray, that's awesome. They sign a second coach and they forget to switch the placement under the graphical genealogy on their coach online office. You have, I believe, 72 hours to send in an email to Coach Relations, and they can switch that coach over to the other side, which would effectively make them the Emerald. I am guilty of this. I did the exact same thing whenever I started out, and I was all stressed out. Oh, God, I forgot to move my placement. I was, calling Tanya on the phone. I messed up, but it's no big deal. You have time, so just make sure they know that ahead of time. Helps out a little bit, because then they have to send an email and yeah. All right. So once your coach is a new Emerald, it's usually by selling 2 challenge packs, most commonly, because they help 2 people. Boom, boom. Got a coach on each side. They hit Emerald. What we want to explain to our new coaches is how important it is to hit Success Club 5. Why is it important? Well, number one, you get free Shakeology leads. It's a no-brainer. You guys know, as a coach, you get a 25% commission on all sales. So whenever you hit Success Club, you get free Shakeology orders, and you get that money. It's free money. It's a no-brainer. Why would they not want that? And again, if you're hitting Success Club consistently every single month, that shows that you're growing your business. And if you, granted, I've been guilty of missing Success Club, and I work my little tail off, but that is a great way to know that you're doing the right thing. And it's very self-explanatory. So make sure they know the benefits of Success Club 5. Again, if they're having problems, just go through that memory jogger, go through that 7-day quick start, and see if they can come up with some other people that maybe they'd want to help out or that would be interested in the business. If you hit Success Club 5, you hit Emerald, you hit Success Club 5, you have effectively paid for your Shakeology. Plain and simple. So if you want free Shakeology, help 3 people. That's all it is. You're building your business. You got an Emerald, free Shakeology. Hooray. All right. So the next thing is every month, and I believe it's the first Monday of every month, we have a new coach training group that is live. I'm not sure if Team Rock Hard Bodies does one as well. Do they, Gina? Do they do separate, or do they do them together?
Sorry, I was muted.
Okay.
I think they do one as a whole. I mean, some coaches are doing their own,
Right.
but Jesse does run a coach basics course too monthly.
Okay. So either way, you guys do have the resources to plug those brand new coaches in. It gives them a really good, kickstart in the business. So that's huge. Anytime you guys get a new coach, throw them in that group. And also, it's equally important for you to be there and to be present as a leader and as their coach, because number one, you signed them. So they're going to be looking to you first for guidance. They're going to look to you like they would look to an older sibling, lead by example. So you want to be there. You want to be involved. Hey, a couple of days later, or, 1 or 2 days after they started the group up, message them, talk to them, say, hey, I just wanted to make sure that you were getting all the information you needed. Do you have any questions about the group? Is there anything that I can help you out with? Or is there anything that you don't quite understand? And then just kind of walk them through it. I mean, there's nothing worse than going into a situation, not being, 100% clear about what's going on, and then having absolutely nobody to lean on if you need the help. So make sure you're there, make sure you're present. Wake up calls every Monday. Huge. Get your coaches in the habit of making these wake-up calls every single time. If you can't get on these wake-up calls, or your coaches can't get on the wake-up calls, there's a recording, obviously, that you can plug into and you can listen to afterwards. But these are our lifeline to corporate right here. If we didn't have these calls, it'd be awfully difficult for us to get information on what's going on with the business. So make sure you're getting those, and you yourself as an upline need to make sure you're getting them too, because they're going to hear most of their information from you first. Okay. If I miss a call, I know that Tanya is going to have everything posted on Team 360. I know it's bad. I should know this stuff, but I know that my upline is going to have it. And I have that mentality. It's not the right mentality, because I should be on those calls, but your coaches are going to do the same thing. So just be cognizant of that. All right. Don't word vomit on your new coaches. Do not word vomit on your new coaches. Said that twice for a reason. Make sure you keep all of your info simple. Limit what you're going to say to your coaches, because the more you give them, the more likely they are to be overwhelmed. I am super guilty of this. If I get a lot of information at once, I'll retain it until you give me more, and then all that stuff is gone that you told me the first time. So give them little bites at a time, and that's all you need. So Emerald, Success Club, wake-up calls, give them the little tidbits here and there, but just keep it simple for them. Give them a goal, a simple one, and let them work towards that goal. You'll be happy you did, and they're going to be more effective in their business because they don't have this gigantic thing on their shoulder that they feel like they have to accomplish. It's not that difficult. This is very simple. So, all right. Also, obviously, like I said, and I've emphasized 100 times, help them focus on Success Club 5. Make sure they know how important it is. And if they have any trouble with it, again, refer to the sheets, the 7-day quick start, the memory jogger, and those kind of things, and help them out as best you can. You basically, I mean, the goal here is to get your coaches as independent from you as possible, because number one, you're not going to walk them through their whole business. You want them to learn what they can and take the reins and move away from you with it. And that's great. That's the goal, but they need to be ready for it first. So that's why I'm saying give them little tidbits, give them just little bits to do at a time, and they'll get there eventually. Couple of side notes. The workouts. This is something, I don't know if you guys heard the last wake-up call on being consistent in your programs. If you haven't heard this wake-up call from this past Monday, I strongly suggest that you check it out, because it was a gut check for me. I've been really guilty of taking my program and I had a body beast group going. I'll sit there and do body beast one day, then I'll do 21 day fix another day, then I'll jog another day. Be consistent in your workouts, because whenever you're consistent in your workouts and your coaches are consistent in their workouts, it creates a habit. Okay. And that's going to translate over to their lives, their coaching, their day-to-day habits, and ultimately their fitness. These programs are designed to work for you, being a product of the product. That's one of the vital behaviors. So be consistent with your workouts. Show your coaches that they need to be consistent with theirs as well. Okay. If you have not read this yourself, shame on you. But this is a wonderful first bit of personal development for all of your coaches. Go Pro. Again, talk to your diamond coach about giving out PD. But this is a really good start. This walks you through the invite process, the follow-up process, everything. It's all here, and it's super simple laid out for you. So, again, get with your diamond upline. Ask them what they think about it. I'm pretty sure they won't have a problem with it, but that is a really good choice and one that you should be reading yourself. So I think that is about all I've got for this. Like I said, nice and short and sweet and simple, nothing too complicated. So question and answer time. Does anybody have any questions or anything they didn't understand? I will actually go ahead and unmute the phones because I don't think you can do that. Okay, anybody on a phone, do you guys have any questions, or was there anything that you didn't understand? No? Fantastic. I must be really good at this. Awesome. Gina, Jenny, do you guys have anything to add that maybe I skipped over?
I don't have anything. I think you did great. You covered all the basics. And the word vomit, that was good. Not to do that.
Oh my God, I'm the worst about that.
Because it's overwhelming when you're first starting. And so you just want to give little bits of information here and there. Just the basics. Get them started with the 3 vitals, some good personal development, and completing a program. I think that's the best way to get started.
Absolutely.
And then add in as they, feel comfortable.
Yeah, that's one thing about this business, you guys.
And Success Club, it's so important,
Absolutely, it is.
It's
the one
an option.
No, it's not. And like I said, that's a huge marker for your business. So if you're hitting Success Club, you're building your business. And whether it's baby steps or these giant leaps, you're getting Success Club 10 and 25 and all that, you're still doing what you're supposed to do. You're helping people, because that's what this business is about. At the end of the day, it's not about money. It's about ending the trend of obesity. We're all about helping people. And the people that aren't passionate about that, about helping people, are the people that don't last. So keep that in mind and remember the mission. Remember what you are here to do, okay? As far as learning stuff, I learn things every single day with this business. I've been in and out of Beachbody for almost 2 years now, and I pick stuff up all the time. So you guys, the more you work with your coaches, the more they retain. Whenever you feel comfortable, add in a little more for them. Give them another assignment. Have them invite 3 people before the end of the week. It just little things. Just give them a little bit at a time, and you're going to see if their heart's in it, and you're doing what you're supposed to do. They will do what they are supposed to do. Simple as that. Okay. Anybody else? Any questions?
I think you covered everything. I was just going to add to that. So I figure the more we say things, the better. I think keeping it simple is really good. And one thing I've noticed is I sometimes think, like, I explain Success Club and I explain Emerald, and then they should just remember that. But I've noticed that a lot of times people are like, wait, how do I get Success Club points again after a couple weeks? So I think kind of normalizing that and reminding people, like, they're not all in it like we have been for a couple years, like you were saying, Justin. So it just seems like, a matter of, obvious fact. And so like it kind of drives back to keeping it simple. It's a lot of stuff to figure out when you first start. So going back over and over, this is what Success Club is each month. This is why it restarts each month, and little things like that. I've noticed that's a common thing people don't quite get when they first start. So, but yeah, I think you covered it. Just keep it simple.
Yeah, and this is super, super basic, and I don't know why I didn't even think about this. If you guys aren't familiar with Success Club yourselves, I don't know how long everybody has been in the business and how much everybody knows it's on this call, but Success Club points, very easy. If you sell a challenge pack, that's 2 Success Club points. You sell Shakeology HD, which is a 30-day supply. That's 1 Success Club point. Getting Success Club 5 is just accumulating 5 of those points. So you can do it with 2 challenge packs, 1 Shakeology, 1 challenge pack, 3 Shakeologies, however you mix it, that's how you hit it. Okay. Now, if nobody else has any questions, I think that's pretty much it.
I have one more thing.
Get it.
I also think it's important to take time and just kind of go through the basics of the Coach Online Office and just show them the simple things that they need to look at, like their under My Business, their weekly commission, things like that, because that online office can be overwhelming. Mm-hmm. But initially there's just like 3 or 4 things that they should be looking at.
Yeah. Again, coaches, make sure that your downlines are setting up their EFTs. Make sure they are comfortable with that office, because you have all of your learning tools in there. If you go into the training guides, it will literally tell you, this is what you should be doing if you're a coach. This is what you should be doing if you're Emerald. It lists it all out there for you. So the tools in that office are tremendous. Please, please, please take advantage of them. One last thing. I just thought about it. On demand. The on-demand streaming service is a huge, huge tool for coaches. Your job as a coach is not to just promote the flavor of the month all the time. You should be able to tailor fit a program based on somebody's needs. So if I come to you and I say, hey, I have a bulging disc in my back, or I have, an arthritic knee, or something along those lines. For me, looking on Beachbody On Demand, because you have a plethora of programs on there to look through, I already know that PiYo would be great because it's high intensity but low impact, and it is phenomenal for people that have, joint pain and stuff like that. There's no held yoga poses, and there's nothing crazy like that. And I can make that recommendation based off of my personal experience with what I have seen. So take advantage of that streaming service. Just go through, take 10 minutes, click on Insanity, let it play for a few minutes, kind of peruse what they do in it and see the kind of intensity that they have in that workout. That way, whenever somebody asks you, hey, do you think T25 is a good program for me? You can tell them, you know what, it's a phenomenal program, but I wouldn't suggest that for you right off the bat, because, you've already had a chance to talk to this person, or, they have some other kind of issue going on that isn't going to gel with that program. So please take advantage of that. Sipping water. Anybody else?
I'll point something out real quick with that, Justin.
Yeah.
Just some coaches don't realize they don't have on demand unless they have a club membership. It is not automatically part of being a coach.
True.
So if you're aiming for Emerald, you want that. So you get your leads from the company. You have to have a club membership in order to get those leads. So don't get yourself to Success Club 5 and Emerald and be all excited and then find out you get no leads because you didn't get a club membership. But that being said, if you're just a discount coach and you're not ready to go for it and you're not using on demand, you wouldn't have club membership. So just be aware that club, I've seen a couple things in 360 this week about people saying, how do I find on demand? How do I find out if I have it? Blah, 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 blah. You have to have a club membership for that, which is $42.25 a quarter.
Boom, statistics. Thank you, Amanda. I appreciate that, because I would have skipped right over that. All right, awesome. Anybody else? And this is a small group, you guys. If you have questions, please feel free. We can take a few minutes and talk about whatever you have that might be troubling you or you have questions about. I don't even care if it's not about getting started right at this point, because this was nice and easy and quick. So any questions, just throw them at us. Nothing. All right. Well, I didn't want to talk to you guys anyway, so that's fine. Works out fine. So that's it. Again, my name's Justin. If you guys don't know, if you need any help with anything, myself or any of the wonderful coaches that we have, like Amanda, Jenny, and Gina, are always around if you need us. So thank you again for making the call, and I will try to post some info on 360 with the new coach materials and such that you will need to send off for that email if you don't already have it. So with that being said, thank you very much. And you other coaches, I appreciate the help, and have a wonderful night. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.